Welcome back to the pregame. It's day 13, and it's time to go trade in the simulator again. Let's see what we can do today. Thanks for joining me. Here we go. And just a quick reminder for those of you trading real money today on Friday, just use stop losses and protect your money as best as you can. And welcome to Eva Trades. I'm glad to have you here. Let's take a look at the progress today. So far in the account challenge here, this is the pregame, and I call it the pregame if you haven't figured that out, because it's a prelude to me trading a large account with real money, which is coming up very, very soon. So do stay tuned for that. It will be not this year, it'll be the beginning of next year. So that's coming. That's coming. The date is still to be determined. I will have an announcement on that coming up soon. But right now, getting ready for that, trading what I would probably trade as far as share size, starting out, a very small share size. So far up $3,714 in 12 days, and would like to see that continue. I noticed yesterday and even the day before that I've been kind of trading like it's the wild, wild west and I'm a gunslinger. And so today I'm going to work on pulling back the reins just a little bit, not risking so much. And when I say that, I mean, I've been like hitting the buy button too many times. So, you know, my risk per trade today is $112. So every time I hit that buy button, I'm risking $112. Or the way I look at it is I'm willing to lose $112 to find out if the trade is going to work. And if I'm hitting the buy button 2 times or 3 times or 4 times, you know, I'm risking $200, $300, $400. And so that's what I mean by pulling back the reins. I'm going to not hit the buy button so many times until I've got a cushion, and then I can kind of loosen up a little bit and hit the gas. I do want to show you something. If you saw me trade yesterday, QNRX, I finished the day up $760, but I was down on QNRX $1,000 at the end of the day. Right here. So, and I pulled this up, and I'm not trading QNRX today, but I just pulled it up just to show you that yesterday when I stopped trading was right about here. And so then I went over here and I stopped the video and I was uploading to YouTube and stuff, and doing my trade review, saving some of the data for my trades so I could review later. And I look over and I see this, and I'm like, oh my God, this thing's breaking out and I'm completely missing it. And this is later in the day, and I don't like to trade this late because I do have a job. So, by the time 7 o'clock rolls around, I got to be up in 7 hours to go back to work. So I have to make sure I get my rest. Otherwise, Josh, no trade good. So I need rest. Anyways, and so I look at this and I'm like, wow, look at this thing go. I think I might want to trade this. And I waited for a pullback, and right here I jumped in it. Right as it pulled back to this level, I didn't let it come down to this level here where my line is. I bought it right off that VWAP, and I was selling it as it was moving up, and I sold most of it before it even broke out over this high. And then it got halted. And I was unfortunately only in with a small share size when it got halted. And then 5 minutes later, it resumes, and I sell the rest of my shares. And I go from down 1,000 to up about $100 on QNRX. So I made $1,100 right there. So I actually ended the day yesterday up $2,500. But I didn't record it as such because I didn't make a video. It wasn't on the video, so I'm not going to include that. But I just wanted to make mention that if I had traded a little bit longer, could have taken advantage of some pretty good momentum there. So let's see if we get some of that today. I am not going to be trading that late, though. I might trade that late. We'll see. Okay. I've taken enough of your time. Let's go ahead and break down the stocks. This is the gap scan for this morning. It's September 8th in the simulator. I'll go ahead and push play. And let's see here. Okay, so we have PIXY is the leading gapper, and it is up 114%. So that's the biggest gapper I think I've seen this entire challenge. So that's good news. So the momentum yesterday, we got a big gapper today. Maybe things are starting to pick up. AMLX, second leading gapper. It's a little odd. It really gapped up high here and then trading sideways all morning. So it almost looks like a buyback, but it's not quite. I have it over here. I'll keep an eye on it. I'm not really expecting a lot from it. Let's go back over here. So then I took RVNC off of the high of day momentum scanner and ASAN right here. That's these two stocks. So that's your gap scan. And so we'll mark out some support levels here. Stair stepping up on PIXY, higher lows and higher highs. This is sideways, but I'll call it a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And now looking like we might be topping out here for the moment. We had a bull break, bear break, and that's good. We need to consolidate some. So we have a support here. Anything above 22.11 is a higher low. Bulls want to see a higher low and a higher high. Breakout above that level, whatever that level is, 2678. RVNC. So consolidated for a little while with a high, low, lower high, higher low, lower high, higher low, tightening range, breaking out there. And if you want a visual of that, we could even draw a line like this. So you can see we traded within that line basically. Now we're breaking out above it. So we broke over this resistance, kind of back testing it a little bit there. Bulls want to see a continuation of this and break out over the highs. And if we do it, maybe it'll happen after the opening bell. We'll see. ASAN pulling back pretty good here now. Not sure how I feel about ASAN. The only reason I have it up here is one, there wasn't really much else to choose from, and two, larger time frame, 15-minute. Right here, we've got this area right here where we came up to 22.92. We'll call it 23. Why not? Move it up to like 20, whatever. I'll just leave it there. But anyways, $23, and then we consolidated and came up, tested again, couldn't break through. We came, consolidated, tested again, couldn't break through, consolidated, finally broke through, and now we're back testing. So that was my whole point for putting the stock up here. I was looking for that back test and to see how we trade around $23. So keep an eye on that. I'll keep an eye on it and see if it gives us anything at all. Oh, by the way, RVNC, not a lot of volume on it. And notice also this morning, all of these stocks are in the $20 to $30 range, $20 to $30 range. So that's unusual. Usually I've got like one or two that are in the, lower than 10 bucks. Okay. So that was a mouthful. Let's go over and look at this one time here. Larger time frame. You can see we have inside bar, so it's a tightening range. Look at the 15, you can totally see that. Here's $30. So that's the line in the sand. Bulls want to hold 30. You get below 30, there's no support down here. Probably something on the daily level. 35 is the high. So you got your high, low, lower high, higher low, lower high, double bottom. We'll see. Personally, for me, I don't think I'd want to trade this unless we get up over 33.25 and maybe even up over 35. So keep that on the back shelf there. We have 20 seconds to go. So I'm ready. As far as the game plan goes, ASAN is a no for me. Looking like it's failing now. So RVNC needs more volume. Keep an eye on that. And PIXY needs to finish consolidating. So the market's open. And of course I can't trade that first 1 minute, so I must wait. We can hold this level here, 2450. If this candle can close above 2450, I think I'll be a buyer here. Wow. Don't like all the red that I'm seeing on RBNC. Okay. This might be a good time to just kind of sit back and wait. No, we do have that support we could bounce off of here on PIXY. And if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it once. I'm not going to buy twice. 10 seconds to go till that candle closes. I have no interest in RBNC at the moment. I guess I could put a support line down here. There we go. Here we go. PIXY. I'll take a starter on it there. I kind of wish I would have waited till it dropped a little more. Oops, charts are frozen. Okay, I was going to sell it. But now I'm going to hold it and let it stop me out. If that's what happens, that's what happens. Okay. I accidentally sold it. I didn't mean to. I sold it for a loss. I accidentally let go of my order. I had my hand on it. But that's okay. I jumped in back down here at the VWAP. Showing a P&L at the top of your screen there. You can see open P&L and P&L on the day. Question is, do I hold this? I got some old frogs that crawled right up there in my throat. Okay. Not even paying attention to things here. Oh boy. I see my stop loss is pretty tight there on RBNC. Yikes. Try that again. Oh man. Better widen that stop out. See, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I need to pull back the reins a little. I got a little crazy on that. Now down $500 on RBNC. So now if I try it, there, my stop loss looks better. I'm adding here. Still being aggressive, but looking for this move on PIXY. Gotta get above 25. It's not doing it yet. I kind of wish it had have done it by now. I should probably take the profit. Okay, now I'm going to add some more. See if we can get up here and get a halt. Is it halted? Or is the chart frozen? Looks like it's halted. I'm going to take my profit over there on RBNC. Just get out while I can. Okay, so I'm halted with a pretty large position size here. I'm up $710 on the day on PIXY. Down 487 here on RBNC. So PIXY should resume in 5 minutes. It's halted at 6:33. So we should see resumption at 6:38. The one thing I need to do is cancel all of these limit orders. So this is a good opportunity for me to talk about something here. If there's any question about when I'm taking trades, hold on. I kind of want to buy this, but yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Coming here, you know, we're up against the VWAP. And this stock has a pretty big spread on it. Yeah, I feel like I made a mistake doing that. but apparently I did not. So made back some of what I lost anyways, down only 392 on it now. I'm not going to trade it again. The spread's too big. So yeah, what I was going to talk about here was, so when I get into a trade, you'll notice these red lines that show up. And if you're not familiar with Thinkorswim, then you might not know this, but you can't see my entry. The only way you can see my entry is if you look at the top of your screen, and you can see my average price. So that's where break even is basically. I'm in with four entries. I hit the buy button 4 times on this. It's actually like 6 times, but 2 of them sold. So what we have here is these 4 red lines at the bottom and the 4 red lines at the top. Okay. And so the 4 red lines at the top, these are my target orders. That's where, okay, so let's look at the risk first. So the 4 lines at the bottom are my risk. So every time I get into a trade, it automatically places a stop loss and a target order. Okay, so right now my stop loss on one position size, I'm risking $112 on a trade. So my stop loss, if it gets hit, I lose $112. On the other hand, if my target gets hit, I make twice that much, which is $224. So with each one of these stop losses that you see here, if I get stopped out on all 4 of those, I'll lose 400 or 112 times 4, whatever that is. If it goes up and it hits all 4 of my targets, well, I'll make basically 8 times that amount, so over 800 bucks. So right now I'm risking 400 to make 800. But anyways, that's why you'll never see a line where my entry is. You'll only see the lines where my stop loss and my target is. So if that helps any, maybe that was too confusing, I don't know. Some people say you shouldn't use live stop losses when you're trading in the market. Okay, here's what I have to do now though. I'm in a halt. So a lot of times there's a problem with the Thinkorswim simulator, and I need to cancel all of these orders and change this to single down here. You can't see what I just did, but anyways, because on resumption of this halt, for some reason Thinkorswim sells my orders for a lot cheaper. All right, so I'm going to stop talking about that now. So if I want to get out of this stock when it resumes, I got to hit the sell button 4 times. So it was halted at 633. Resumption's coming up here pretty quick. I'm going to be watching the ladder, the price ladder, getting ready to sell, hoping that we don't open lower. It's possible we resume lower based on the fact that we're not above the highs yet. I think my plan is to sell twice on resumption and then wait for maybe a move higher if possible. So watching the price ladder. $638, okay. So my average is 2509. There we go. Selling twice right there. I'm going to sell a 3rd time. I'm going to sell the rest right there. So that was now if I would have held a couple of those, I would have been up pretty good right there. But I'm still up really good. And I wonder if it's going to reject now off of 28. So we have ourselves some momentum here. I'm buying off of 23 on ASAN. And I'm selling. And selling. Nice move there too. Wow, not too bad. So you saw that candle, it had broke out above 23, then it pulled back for a little bit, and I bought twice and then sold as it surged up. Oh, look at that. PIXY halted going down. See, and that's exactly why you don't want to hold these things. Now, when I was talking about holding, I was talking about selling too. I mean, I would have sold long ago when this was moving up. I would not have held this. Certainly as soon as it broke below this candle, I would have been out. So we got a pullback here on ASAN. I don't like it. We're extended. Oh, I did like that. I wasn't watching it when that happened. So now it looks good for a move higher after that kind of a whip down. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be trading later today. I think I'm already happy with what kind of profit I have here. I have 1103 plus 123 minus 392. Up $834. That's my biggest day so far. Woo! God, it really sucks though. It really sucks that I took that loss on RVNC. Why did I do that? Yeah, it happens, but still, that's no excuse. Trading, you know, it's an art. It's delicate. You know, you don't always get it right either. And the reason why is because you're dealing with human psychology. All these candles moving up and down, all these price changes. It's all other people moving the price up and down. And you're trying to figure out what they're going to do. And how do you know what they're going to do? Well, you don't. Nobody does. That's why nobody can tell you if a stock is going to go up or down, because you'd have to be able to read the minds of everybody in the market. You can't do that. I can't do that. But you can look at price patterns, you can memorize them, and you can start to get a feel for things. You can build an intuition about them, but it takes a long time. And you'll never get it perfect. You'll never catch the full move. And if you do, you're lucky. And you'll only do it a few times. Because nobody knows how far it's going to go. Oh, maybe there's a big retailer in there somewhere that knows. They're like, yeah, I got a lot of money. It's going to go to here, and then I'm going to sell everything, and the price is going to drop. Those guys know. We're riding on their coattails. Us retail traders. Okay, well, I'm up $834. I'm tired, so I think I'm going to call that a day. Thanks for joining me. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving, and I hope you have a great weekend. I'll see you right back here tomorrow morning in the simulator. Bye-bye.